So we're back on the podcast, episode 11. Reece, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Do you know what I mean? What, a couple of weeks into the new year now? It's going all right.
Well, January's only done now, to be fair.
I know, we're almost at the end of the first
Almost
month.
at the end of it. We've had 2 Cars and Cuppas meets. I've been to 1 car show. You've been to no car shows.
No, not yet.
How's work been?
Work's been good, been busy. We've got quite a lot of Audis at the moment and like transporters. So we've done some like top half, bottom half wraps, full wrap on an Audi. Got an RS6 and RS4 at the moment.
What are you doing colours-wise for the RS6 and RS4?
RS6 is basically going exactly the same colour it was. And the RS4 is having like a livery all over it.
What colour
so
was
it's got like white, yellow, red, like quite a cool racing livery.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
What's the racing livery inspired by? Is it inspired by anything?
It is. Oh, I can't remember though. Yellow, black, and red, and white.
What could that be? I don't know what that could be.
Mainly white. Yeah, not sure.
So what colours? You said the RS6 is going basically the same colour as what it is?
RS6 is going orange and it came in orange.
Is this for the BHP guys?
It is, yeah.
It's going...
going orange. They weren't happy with the job before, previous company, so we're just showing them how it's done.
Get on. What, is it just... Could you tell there was a bit of it? Is it dodgy rap?
Yeah, and also they've just gone way too, like, keen in places they don't need to be keen and not keen enough in others.
How do you mean by that?
They've done loads of joins, they've done loads of like cut and folds, but also they've gone really deep and basically taken everything off. Like literally everything has come off. Doors come off, wings have come off, bonnets come off, roof rails come off, spoilers come off.
Yeah, so they've spent too much attention on certain areas and not enough attention on others, which is mad, to be fair.
And the finishes around the edges just aren't
And the thing
amazing.
as well, so that's for Jay and Sam, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
but it's Sam's car.
They take their car to everywhere, so I suppose everyone looks at it.
Exactly.
So they don't want people looking at it and going, what's going on here?
It's not a great rap job, so...
It'll be good advertisement for you, though, when you do
exactly.
it. So, because obviously they'll
show us the boys.
Map Capital. Speaking of BHP, will you be going to BHP?
Yeah.
You
it's only up the road.
Yeah.
It's always pretty decent.
Did you go last year?
Yeah, I went last year. We set a low last year.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I think that's the first time you was doing a YouTube video.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's your first YouTube video one. As in, like, you were like, I swear you were like, oh, I'm gonna do it like a proper vlog.
I did do one.
Yeah, I think that was your first vlog.
I don't know if it was the first one. It might be.
I reckon it was, because I think it was like the first. It was the first time I featured on it as well.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think it's. I don't know. I've kind of given up the YouTube.
Have you?
Well, it's just the time to edit the videos at the moment.
Yeah, so you said a minute ago you're focusing more on TikTok and stuff like that anyway.
Yeah, focusing on Instagram or not.
But even that, you're having a bit of a switch up.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff's done really well. I mean, most of my posts like are getting now kind of like 5,000, 10,000 views.
Which is really good.
Yeah, that GTR one's got about 1,000 likes on Instagram.
I've seen that. Yeah, so that was Lorna's car.
Yeah, it's Lorna's car.
Absolutely.
She said she'll clean it and we're going to sort a normal shoot out, so...
That would be cool, actually. It'd be cool to do... Well, you should do the detailing video, like the before, during and after.
Cleaning it.
That would be cool, actually.
Well, you're the cleaner.
I'll happily do the detailing. I'll happily do it, because that would make a good transformation, to be fair.
Yeah, I think she's cleaned it now, but...
Yeah, true. Yeah, I did see that.
It's in for some work for the next couple of weeks.
It's always in for some work, I think, by the sounds of it.
I think that's what... With GTRs, I had mixed opinions about it. Some people have said they've been really reliable.
Yeah.
The only thing that's ever went wrong is a gearbox, which is very known to go wrong.
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
Well, do you know how much the gearbox is from Nissan Direct? Take a guess. Wild guess, just the gearbox.
I don't know my price of cars, but what is it?
Well, a used GTR, like an old one, goes for 35 up to like 60, 70 for a newer one. How much do you think the gearbox is?
I don't know. I can't guess, mate.
£30,000.
Bloody hell! I thought you were going to sell at 10 or something like that.
Brand new.
30,000
from Nissan. Yeah, ridiculous.
Why so much?
Not a clue.
How much is the car from new worth?
I think there were. I don't really know.
Well, back in the day
I think
when that
probably
came out.
like 80.
What, and the gearbox is 30 of that? That's nuts, isn't it?
I don't know why they charge so much for it.
I suppose because they probably can because there's a supply and demand thing, isn't there? They probably go wrong all the time, so they think, well, you've got to buy.
There's not enough of them. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can buy them second hand, but I imagine it's still.
I suppose the thing is with them GTRs, I don't know if it's the same for hers or what. It's hard to find like a really stock one. I don't know whether it comes stock or what.
Yeah, so everyone's tuned them because it's so easy to go to like stage 4.25, it's called, and that gets like 750 horsepower.
Which it's nuts. It's like the E92 M3s and stuff. It's really hard to find a really nice stock one.
I think E92 M3s are usually quite stock.
You reckon?
Yeah,
they've not been messed about with
not
like
really.
On track and stuff like that.
I mean, mostly someone will just put some nice wheels on it and just like tidy it up. But the GTRs, Litchfield, do loads of packages. They do a stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75, and a stage 5.
I wonder what that costs.
I did look at it before. I think like they range from like 1,000, 2,000 up to like 10 grand.
With like, so anyone that doesn't know about remix, do you have to go stage 1, stage 2, or can you go like
You can
stage
just
1
jump. So
go straight to it?
Yeah, so stage 1's just an ECU tune, nothing else. Anything after that is like bolt-ons. So like a downpipe or an intake or an intercooler or a decat, things like that. That's so then like most people with stage 2, it's usually like an intercooler, a downpipe, the exhaust and something else.
And all
that's
them
usually,
different things add horsepower and stuff like that.
It just gives the engine more room to breathe and like get a bit extra horsepower out of it.
Yeah, see, I know nothing like that.
Most people just whack a stage 1 because you don't have to do anything. It's just tuned it from the factory.
Stage 4.25, that's mad though, isn't it?
Yeah, they do so many, it's ridiculous.
There was, course, obviously we had the Cars and Cuppas the other week, didn't we? And you could hear them coming before.
Oh, yeah.
Because you heard someone absolutely revving the nuts off something. It's like, well, it's Jap. It's a GTR.
Yeah.
You knew that before you even, come up. You could just hear it straight away. It spits flames and all sorts of stuff, don't they? Them GTRs.
Oh, they love it. Like the amount of videos you see, it's just flame. It's like a flamethrower out the back.
Speaking of them, do you know about they own Van Haven? Do you know Van Haven?
Yeah.
Have you seen the vans?
I've seen them. They are really cool.
They are ridiculous. So I'd come across like their vans. I think back in lockdown, a customer of mine bought 2, but not like fully spec'd out. There was like well spec'd, like Alcantara roof, like Bentley stitched leather and all sorts. But then now I was watching a video they'd done with like Matt Watson. Don't know if you've seen that. They've done this. They built up this van for Matt Watson, and mate, it was just serious.
Yeah, I
absolutely
bet.
serious. And their facilities there. Like I was watching a video. I don't know if I was watching a walk around video. It might have been on Matt's video of like the facilities that they've got. It's ridiculous, mate. It's huge. They've got everything. They've got body shop. They've got.
They're gonna have
They've
to,
got
though.
everything.
It's like
nothing's outsourced. Everything's done in house.
It's all like camper conversion companies. Like they do everything in house.
Yeah, everything's in house. I suppose it cuts down like
the costs.
Yeah, like it boosts up their margins and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, fair play. I think James would be cool to get. So James is the one that owns it. Lorna's partner. He's the one that was absolutely revving the nuts of the GTR. It'd be cool to have on the pod, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I'm sure he's got a lot to tell us about his story and
how he sort of started Van Haven and how it is today, sort of thing. So, because I think by the looks of it, they like another business. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were successful before, but I think it was like lockdown. I think lockdown done them, paid them off in dividends effectively, because obviously everyone's buying camper vans and all that sort of stuff. No one could get hotels and no one could get like do all that sort of stuff. So everyone's buying vans or kits for vans, because I presume they probably sell kits and stuff. So that's probably where they sort of benefited the most, I reckon. I think they grow through lockdown.
I think a lot of people started in lockdown. Like a lot of business stories you hear, people, I think because of the free time.
Yeah.
People had like, they were paid like a little bit less, they had as much time as they want, but then they can put that into something.
Yeah. I think as well, like certain industries obviously benefit a lot better in lockdown than others, just because there was like gaps in the market and stuff like that. Like everyone was like drop shipping back then and all that sort of stuff, weren't they?
Well, everyone sat at home wanting to buy stuff because they're bored.
Yeah, I used to hear stories that I used to go to a few customers, like because I couldn't work from home, but I was working sort of thing, and like people were buying watches and all sorts of stuff. Like people were caning the loans and stuff like that to buy like crypto and all this random stuff, because like crypto was on the high back then.
Well,
all this
crypto's
sort of
booming at the moment.
Is it?
It's going to come crashing soon.
I don't invest. I think we said about maybe like episode 8 or something like that about it all, but I don't know enough about it to start investing into it. But I do want to start like doing like little bits of investments like that, but I have no idea.
I think it's just for a long run, isn't it? It's something you put aside, then like a couple of years time you look at it. You don't look at it like every day.
I think I'm one of them. It's like almost like that old generation mindset where like to invest in actual stuff that you can see, or that you can see that's going up, maybe like property and all that sort of stuff. Even like cars, though, you can invest in cars and some of them go up.
Yeah, like a lot of cars have gone up recently. And then you've also had a lot of the newer cars starting to come down quite a lot.
Well, I think we was having this conversation the other day about cars, because I think I turned around to you and said I think that's what it was like before lockdown.
Yeah,
like cars were just dropping. Like they say now, like with certain cars and stuff, it's like drop 30 grand as soon as you take it off the forecourt. It was like that's literally what it was like before lockdown.
Yeah,
like they just used to lose like 30%, for example, as soon as you drove off the forecourt. Whereas like in the last like couple of years, like there's some cars you could buy and it like wouldn't drop, or it could even make money. Do you know, you can make money?
Demand though, they haven't been able to like source all the parts. The demand's just been so high.
Yeah, whereas now like it's sort of like leveled itself back out and it's like back to what it was before lockdown. So like you are losing money on cars and stuff.
Yeah, and everyone just thinks, oh, you know, it's getting worse, but it's kind of just going back to normal.
Yeah, but like going back to the investment side of it, there is definitely a few cars that I'd like to buy, like, and hopeful for that they would go up. Because I mean, how cool would that be? Like, rather than just investing money into like crypto and stuff, having like a couple of cool cars sat there that you can use every now and then, and it's making you money.
Not sure the E36 counts.
Nah, that's costing me more money.
But then once it's tidy, I mean, as long as it's looked after, give it 10
gonna
years.
be looked after.
Well, as long as it's not crashed and written off.
Yeah, the first Nürburgring trip, first time out in trail, we crashed straight into a wall.
First time driving it as well.
Yeah, true. Take it around some icy lanes or something like that,
Well,
to be fair.
I'm not going in the passenger seat on your first lap.
Well, Jasmine will be.
Oh, no, she won't.
So, no, I think I'll do a couple of like local, like do a Castle Coombe track day and stuff like that.
There's one going on quite soon, actually. I got invited to
Is it Landau or something like that?
I can't remember. It's on a Monday in like March.
I think it's like Landau or something like that.
It might be. No, there is one at Castle Coombe. There is one at Landau as well. That,
is it Landau?
The Welsh one, I think.
Who's doing the one at Castle Coombe?
I can't remember who's doing it now, but I think it's quite limited. It's like 50 or 75 cars. So £200 each.
Is
Full day open pit lane.
That's quite a lot of cars in there, was it not?
50. I don't think 50's not a lot. You got to think, not
For
everyone's
Castle
out.
Coombe. Oh, yeah, so
Not everyone's out. Yeah, Castle Coombe's like 2.5 mile long track. It's quite a big track.
Is it? Castle Coombe's quite a short track, isn't it?
No, it's not. I'm
Is it
pretty
not?
sure. I'll find out. I'm pretty sure Cars Cuppas is like 2.4 miles or something.
Yeah, but I thought in general it's like a minute and a half lap or something like that, and it's not that.
Yeah, I mean,
Or is it compared to? Is that like average laps?
I
Is
think
it?
it's pretty average.
Is it? Because Felix actually took his car on there for the first time at one of the. We was doing a trade event with Victri for like the Jap Day.
Oh yeah, I was up
And
there.
Was you?
You went out, yeah. 'Cause I
you
went out. I went out with Matt Maynard.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the drift car.
He took me on the drift car.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so we went out, and
Nice.
I think it was a relatively short lap, but then, like you say, I'm not too sure. What was Bedford? I wonder what Bedford was, because that felt like quite a long lap.
Yeah,
I feel like the thing with like Bedford and stuff, there was more going on, whereas Castle Coombe's a bit more.
it's a lot very straight turn.
Yeah.
Little chicane, straight round a corner.
Whereas like Bedford felt a bit more like there's
There's
more
a lot
stuff
more going
on.
Yeah, I guess it's probably not a massive track, is it? I always thought it was like maybe it's one of the fastest tracks.
I think it's one of the most dangerous tracks
Well,
because of the Quarry Corner or whatever.
I know, everyone
I'm pretty
sends
sure
it
like obviously you
too-
can get insurance on all the other tracks like Donington and Cadwell and all this sort of stuff, but like Castle Coombe's like the Nürburgring, where the insurance is just like, do you know what, we've spent out more paying for cars just on that one corner than what we're getting out of it, so we just won't insure certain cars.
Or it's like 25% of
But
the
I'd be
value
keen.
vehicle.
So you reckon that's March? Do you?
I think it's March, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I wonder if the E36 would be up to any sort of standard.
Aaron sent it to me.
Aaron Jaeger.
M2, yeah.
Yeah, that could be quite cool, to be fair.
Yeah, I did think about it. I think you got to book it quite soon, though.
I'll have to tell Felix about it as well, because he'd be probably keen to book his
he'd be keen for
M2 on it. Because I think he said like last year he didn't really get much track time in the end, like in general for like normal UK tracks and stuff. He didn't actually really manage to get out. We just about got out at the Nürburgring, didn't he? So I think this year he wants to do more, because obviously with most of them sort of boys like Felix and that, they pay for like track insurance, as in like their insurance through the year is car and as road and track.
Is it?
So he's got some sort of insurance where obviously it covers him to drive his car on the road, and then he gets like a certain amount of track days included in with it or something like that.
That's really good.
I don't know whether he must have to like ring up his insurance when he's got a track day and be like, look, I've got a track day here at this time for this period or whatever, if it's 2 track days or something, and then they can take that off his sort of credit of tracks or something like that. I'd have to get him to let me know what it is, and then I could link it down below, so if anyone's interested in that insurance.
Yeah, I thought it was always like you just pay for the track.
He used to.
Single day insurance.
Yeah, so he used to do that, but I think it ended up working out.
It's quite expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think obviously his insurance now is quite expensive, but if he can make it worthwhile with the track days and stuff, obviously it works out in his favour. But I think that's what he said towards the end of last year. He was like, I didn't actually really get my money's worth in the end.
No, well, I mean, this time, as soon as we get to Nürburgring, he'll be doing laps after lap.
Yeah.
As long as he's done his charge pipe, which he hasn't.
I don't think he has, to be fair, because he said the other day, because he's got some tools for me, like his Halford stuff that I've been using and abusing for the BMW 36, and he said he's got to do something on his car. Maybe it was like the intercooler or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So he might be doing that at the same time he's doing his.
Yeah, so the intercooler would be
pipe.
for the temps. So if it's running a bit hot, like keep lapping, that will help keep the engine
Yeah, I'm
temperature
pretty
down.
sure he's doing that. But he texted me the other day, and I did see him this morning because I had to give him the Insta360, and someone just drove into his car.
The M2?
Not bad, but enough to scuff the bumper. And apparently matey turned around and was like, Ben Mike's cracked his bumper and peeled off the paint, but apparently it was pissing it down so you couldn't really see. Matey turned around and crashed some old boy. Was like, I'll give you 20 quid for your trouble. And he's just like, nah, it's going to be more.
It's going to be more than 20 quid. You're looking at a full respray for the front bumper.
Yeah, I think he said this morning it's like 250, 300 quid, something like that.
That's about right, yeah.
Because like it's only the passenger corner, but obviously they've got to blend it all through and stuff like that. And
they'll do the whole bumper.
Just do the whole bumper. So yeah, he's not at the best time of that. But yeah, I think I don't think he's done his boost pipe yet, or charge pipe, whatever you call it. So you'll have to have that done in time for.
Yeah, we don't want the same problem to happen again.
Nah, he's got enough time though to sort out, hasn't he? Got till July.
Yeah, he's got loads of time. I've still to sort my car.
Little update on the So update on the Nürburgring quick. So we've got a fair few people interested. There might be a few dropouts. Obviously, this goes up on Sunday the 2nd, where it'll be Friday the 7th. So this Friday, if you're watching this on the Sunday, we'll be seeking the last amount of people to book onto the trip. That's sort of like the cut-off point. But we've got, so Felix bringing his M2, you'll be bringing your M235i, I'll be bringing the E36, he says.
Hopefully.
Joe's coming in his A45. I'm pretty sure Abbas will be coming in his AMG GT. Jordan and Tiff will be bringing their Seat Leon Cupra. Anyone else I've missed?
Dom, is he coming?
I don't know about Dom. I'll have to message him. Yeah, Lewis with his A35.
Yeah.
Said 50-50. He said that last time too. He's all up for this trip. There's so many people that have been like, yeah, I'm definitely keen for this trip, and it gets to it and they're not.
Yeah.
Like someone said, so yeah, like I said to you the other day, like someone said in the Cars Cuppas chat about doing a track day, and I used to be keen to do certain things. It's until you do them, you go through all that effort of doing it, and then like people are not keen, and you think it's not really worth doing. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone says they're up for doing it.
That's the problem though. Like you put anything up, and people are like, yeah, I really want to do it. Like we'll get it if we're gonna get it booked. I'll do it, and then they don't turn up.
It's like the bloody rap voucher.
Yeah, everyone with a rap voucher, and then no one ended up doing it.
No one ended up buying a rap voucher. Like all the people that said they wanted a rap voucher never bought tickets for the rap voucher. It's like
no, exactly.
What is so annoying? But so yeah, you said you need to do some bits to the MT3i4.
Yeah, I just need to get the warranty stuff sorted out. I'm still waiting for Milltop Motors to sort that out.
They're swerving you.
Swerving me. And then get the aircon sorted, because going to need that this year. I've already suffered enough.
Have you
can't do that again.
confirmed with your dad yet if he's coming?
No, not 100% yet. He's got most of the days, but 2 of the days he's trying to swap.
Right.
So I'm just trying to work it out.
Yeah, because you kind of need the aircon sorted for him, really. It's
yeah,
more to
I need the aircon sorted for myself. It was horrible last year. Me and Dan were sweating, like dripping the whole time.
Yeah, I did. To be fair, obviously, I didn't realise that until that day where you took me out in it, and I thought, bloody hell, we've literally picked the hottest
it's hot in
week.
here. Let's put the heating on, the aircon on, blows hot air all over the place.
And I was like, what the... You probably see my face in the video go, what the
Oh, I know. I didn't have any face in that one video. It was just on the front.
Right.
And
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've... when we go back to Nürburgring, I'm going to get you to film quite a bit of it as well. Film as much as you can, really.
Yeah. Just
film on different bits of bobs. But obviously, because I'll be bringing my car, I want to do like GoPro everything. Like just get the GoPro front facing, obviously facing outside, facing us in the car and all that sort of stuff. Film a couple of people inside the car, because I've got some footage from. So I obviously went Nürburgring in May last year as well, and also I went out in the GT3 RS.
Oh yes, I remember seeing that.
But I haven't put up the videos and stuff.
Oh, you got a video of it?
I've got the video, but it's just me. And I dug out the footage the other day because I thought, I might even just chuck that up on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it would have looked so good if I had it facing outside and facing in. But I've just got it facing in, so it's like almost like me reacting to being driven around Nürburgring in a GT3 RS.
I bet that was crazy.
Oh, it's cool. And Dennis, the guy, I'll put his Instagram down below. He's got a really nice E36, actually, E36 M3. But, mate, he was so sound. Like, typical German, he was so sound. And it was funny because he was actually there when we went in August.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think I did say to you, because you were going to go out in a GT3 RS and mate, he let you down. And I did speak to him about it, but I can't remember what he had to get back because he lives an hour away. He had to get back because I was going to sort out Dennis with you. I think I must have said to you at the time.
Yeah, you bring it up because he said you might have one.
Yeah.
And then that guy was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely take you out. Like, yeah, met
that
him
guy, what a funny guy. I really wish I remember what his business was called.
Oh,
to just keep up to date with what he was doing.
He sells cars up near Bristol. He has a dealership. I can't remember what it's
I'd
called.
love to remember. I'd love to know what the dealership was. So yeah, if there was ever a white 991
GT3
RS, was it
Just
GT3?
GT3, yeah.
That went up in like September
Up for sale. Yeah, that was got absolutely ragged.
Because me and Matt and Henry were having a conversation with him because we realised, that's the guy that you couldn't go out with, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I come Nürburgring all the time. I do X amount." Like, he's a bit of a bullshitter, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Bit of a jack the lad. And
Sales.
it was always the sales boys. And he said, "Oh, so you're going to sell this one?" He said, "Yeah, I'll just sell it as if like I've just got it in and it hasn't been taken around the track." I think he said he does something with the plates so they could never search back the plates and see that it's been driven around the Nürburgring.
Yeah, so he changes the plates. Yeah. They can't search
and me and Matt were like, so this guy's got this like established car dealership and he's obviously ragging the car, goes to Nürburgring the cars that he sells, rags them around and just gets rid of them and doesn't tell them that they've been absolutely trashed, which is, all cars get trashed about, but like if you're a dealership, you've got to be a little bit careful with what you're selling. Do you know what I mean? We were just having this conversation with this guy, we were like, what the hell?
Especially if it's not your own personal car. If it's one you're going to sell on, I reckon a lot of people do it though.
Yeah.
Loads of people, I reckon the high ends, like they take the supercars for a drive and then just park back
We
up.
look at the F40, mate.
Yeah.
The big F40 crash.
Well, there's two of them, wasn't there?
It was in the same couple of, it
was Lando Norris's friend driving it. He crashed it. That one didn't get written off though. And then the other one, I think, got completely...
It's weird though, isn't it? Because like I was watching both of them videos and it's like, because obviously them older cars, they haven't got traction control, they haven't got all of this. There wasn't cane in it. I think it's just a case, a little drop on the accelerator, and obviously the turbo, because apparently the turbo kicks in at like random points with them cars, and obviously it's just kicked in, and they're not expecting it. You could be like in your own world, you go to put your foot on the accelerator, you're not expecting it, turbo's kicked in, and you're in next thing.
Especially if you're not like a driver either, you're not used to a car losing control, you just kind of panic.
Did they find out any more about that? The F40 service one? Was it like a Ferrari garage or was it like an independent specialist?
I've not seen. All I know is I think the car will get scrapped or it will get sent back to Ferrari. Won't get put up for auction.
Yeah, because basically with them cars, because I used to have a customer called Joe that had one. He still lives around there, to be fair. And he was saying, like, if you get anything done, like paint work, you can't just, not like you just take down to your local body shop because it's all carbon. So he said, in order to keep like the authenticity of the car, it's got any work's got to go back to Ferrari in Italy, and they've got to stamp it. They
in Italy,
they got to give you some sort of certificate of like whatever it is, because he was telling me about it, because basically he had it wrapped at Yanamai's. Did you ever see that?
Possibly.
So he had it wrapped in Yanamai's in grey with all his paddle up livery and all that sort of stuff on, and I think he was saying like when the wrap comes off, it because the paint's so thin, it will take the paint off.
Yeah.
So he was like contemplating about what to do, because he knew that anyway, and he said, I'd have to go back to Italy to have done. So like that F40 would have to go back to Italy to have done, but you think of how much that's going to be.
A lot.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
I mean, if you're owning an F40 though, I can't imagine like 10 grand, 20 grand is going to cost you a lot for a paint job.
Yeah, I mean, that F40 is going to be more than that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so, but it can't...
Because you're going to have to replace all of the panels.
You had to paint them.
What, the car that got smashed?
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
no, I thought you won about the one that
no,
they ripped the wrap
I mean,
off.
like that. So that one there, that's going to have to go back, and that's going to cost it's probably going to cost like 350 grand.
Yeah, but more than that.
You reckon more?
Probably. I think the cars are worth about 2 million.
Yeah, I don't know what they're worth. Yeah, I think they are about. Well, I think that one was like the highest mileage.
It was the highest mileage one in the UK, I think.
Yeah,
it's like one of like 3 in the UK.
It's the most crashed now as well. That's brutal, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it just shows how quick things can change, though.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know. You can just be driving along. It's like when I had my accident. I was literally just driving along, and someone just pulled out in front of you.
That's mad, to be fair. But it makes me think like even in the M cars and stuff, like the 140 and that, like it can literally be a split second and things can just change, can't they?
Yeah, instantly.
And that's what I'm like, I think I said to you the other day, like we do a lot of drive outs and stuff, we can all get a bit silly, and I'm always like, do you know what it was? I seen this article the other day about this, someone was with his missus in a Lamborghini Urus, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and he's obviously hooning about at 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't know what he was up to, and he's just wiped them out both, just wiped both of them out. And I almost feel like that. I feel like that's literally us all the time. They're always hooning about, and it just takes a matter of seconds, and then like that's it, it's done. I almost like a bit like now. I think especially now I'm getting more involved with like the older stuff, the older cars. I'm like, do you know what? Cars are about getting in and just wafting around a little bit more than what it is just caning around. And I think I will use the whole when the track car's done, like get out properly with the track stuff rather than like driving around like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, it's safer, and obviously I think the problem with newer cars as well is you don't feel the speed. Like
True.
it's quite easy to sit at 100 miles an hour, for example.
Yeah.
Whereas if you stood on the side of the road and a car went past you 100 miles an hour, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. It's so, like you say, it's so easily done, and you're sat there in your heated seats and your radio's on, and you're going over 100 miles an hour, or allegedly you're going over 100 miles an hour.
It takes one split second.
Well, that's what I mean. 1 split second, or you lose a bit of, like, you get a bit of, you're on a wet road, you hit a bit of oil or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like anything can happen, and like the drive out without like outing anyone, the bloody thing falling into Felix's car, the thing flying off and hitting Felix's car. Imagine if that went through the windscreen and caused a big crash. Do you know what I mean?
That's all it takes.
So do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm just like we went out on Saturday to Dartmoor, and I took the Defender out because obviously we're promoting this Land Rover's Devon meet, and like I was saying to you, like this Defender is a bag of shit, but it was so cool. Like actually, really, I didn't want to give it back. And it's been a while since I've been in a car where I'm like, normally like, I'm in a car and I think, done that now, just give it back sort of thing. And I always didn't want to give that back because it's a bit more of experience driving it. And it was always a bit cooler just like wafting around and trying to drive the car rather than the car doing everything for you and just absolutely caning around.
Yeah, you're not pushing the limits, but you're more enjoying
the limits of that.
That's what I mean. You're enjoying it.
It was like and up the hills and that. It's like trying to push it to go.
Old transit engine.
The old transit engine. It's like, I don't know whether it's just because like we've especially been exposed to quite a lot of like high performance cars. We've almost been there, done that, got the t-shirt type thing. But it's cool. Like, I'm not saying it's not cool to go around in a nice car and fly around, because there is some buzz, isn't there, to be speeding around and stuff. I don't know whether I'm just seeing more of like different accidents happen and things just happening, like the F40 and stuff just happens out of nowhere. Almost feeling like I've been lucky not to be involved in anything stupid the way that sometimes that some of us drive. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's always a time and a place. Always time and place, that sort of stuff. Otherwise,
and usually our stuff, like without outing ourselves, it's early morning, like there's no one around.
Yeah, and we only do like 40 up on Dartmoor.
40 the whole way to Dartmoor.
40, yeah. On the dual carriageway, do 70, obviously.
70, yeah.
And then through the villages, like 20.
Yeah, say no more on that. But that's all part of it, isn't it? Like the thing is, all these cars, they've got all this. You do all this modification to it, the stage 2s, the stage 4.25s, and stuff like this. Like you're gonna use that around. You know what I mean? Because they say use it on a track and all this sort of stuff, which you can do, but you are going to put your foot down here and there. It's just one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the problem in the UK is it's just, one, the weather. So literally only like 4 months of the year you've actually got decent enough weather to go to a track day. 2 is the fact they're so expensive. Like, I know obviously they've got to make money, but you got to think minimum you're looking 200, 250 just to get in. You then got obviously the fuel getting there, tyre wear, if you break anything. Like, you can easily spend 400 quid per day.
Yeah, 100%. And then, 100%.
Food, like everything, all adds up.
I was like, that was sort of not my argument, because I've never had the argument or conversation, but like, I know like a lot of the local companies, especially like no beef with Georgia, but Georgia at GCM with Owen, they was promoting like, don't do it on the roads, do it on the track and all this sort of stuff, like the whole Vision Zero Southwest thing, which is such a good message. Yeah, I agree. Like, don't cane it on the roads, do it on the track. But where are these 17, 18-year-olds going to get the money to go and do it on the track?
And also, if you want to go to a track, like from where we are, closest one is hour, 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
After that, it's then 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours.
So I think like this is such a good message, but what are you doing to help the younger generation to do that? It's like all this money, like without getting too political, but all the money that they make on the speeding tickets and how much Vision, because obviously Vision Zero Southwest now are obviously caning a lot, aren't they? Doing so much like different different like patrols around to catch speeding drivers and all this sort of stuff. It's like, well, why don't a percentage of that money go towards getting people on track? If that's your message and you're saying don't speed on the road, go take it on track, why don't you say, look, we're going to get a pot together where we organise a Vision Zero Southwest track day or something, we'll pay for 10 cars, 20 cars, whatever it is, and rather than caning around, you can cane it around the track, like do something at Castlecombe. Because to be honest, that would be such a good thing, and that will get the police working with the car community. Because let's face it, like most of the car community, like you look in our chat sometimes and stuff like that, they're not really on board with the police.
No, I think the main problem is just it's all about money at the moment. Like the amount of speed cameras that are put up everywhere, the amount of cameras for anything that's put up everywhere, and all it is just fine. All they want is the money.
Yeah.
But then you see things like people getting stabbed and people getting this and like problems. You call the police and don't turn up.
Yeah, it is mad. And like you look at all the van thefts and all the tools getting taken out of vans.
People are basically losing their jobs because of it.
Yeah, like someone yesterday put up something in Victri, or I've seen it literally just before you come actually. They put up something last night or this morning in Victri. Their van's been broken into. You ring the old bill and they go, well, report it, we'll make a note of it. But they don't come out.
No.
And it is mad. Like you think, I know it's like, that's a different side compared to the motoring side and all that sort of stuff, but all the money goes into the same place. Do you know what I mean? That money that they make off the fines and stuff all goes to the police as a department. It doesn't just go to the motoring side. So that money can be spent on helping out all these people that are in these situations with thefts and all this sort of stuff, but it doesn't, does it?
No.
And then that's what puts such a bad reputation on the police. It's like, well, why should we get on board with the police when they're not on board with us?
Yeah, it's like they want to help, but then also there's not enough where people actually realise how if they're helping.
Yeah,
they feel like they're more against them.
It would be interesting to see. Like, I know there's so much more to it, and obviously that's the whole business in itself. It's like, but it would be interesting to find out like what percentage of these fines go to different things. Like what goes to different things.
I mean, most of it probably go to the people on £1 million a year salary sat in the government.
Well, funny enough, I got to speak to someone the other day as a customer who's sort of say who's with the police, works in the police, but they're getting out, and they said that it's mad. This is getting quite political now, but there's basically 3 staff members from Devon and Cornwall Police that are high up. I can't remember what you call them, like not like sergeants, but something on that level, and they've all been called off work for whatever reason. They've been accused of like misconduct or something like that, but they're still getting paid full pay, which is she said it's like 150 grand a year, and it's like they're still getting full pay by the time they're off. We're still paying, or money's still going towards that, and they're on like misconduct, and it's like how is that justified if they're obviously not able to work because of whatever, but they're still getting paid? It's like, how does that work?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people at the moment like wanting to leave the UK because of all like the cameras and whatnot. And you've seen like in London they've actually put a van up where it's like a surveillance camera.
Really?
And they've started doing that and testing that across places to point where like it won't be long. There'll be cameras in every corner.
Oh yeah, like we said the other day, because obviously you got caught bloody speeding, didn't you? Which is a nightmare. But obviously these cameras are going up here, there, and everywhere, and it's like almost at the point it's going to be.
And they're hidden as well.
Yeah,
they've started hiding them a lot more.
Yeah, and it's like. I was speaking to someone today, so they went down to the motorbike dealerships in Marsh Barton, because there's a few motorbike dealerships going bust at the minute. Like Harley's gone and all this sort of place. Well, Harley all around up and down the country's going and stuff, and they've got really big deals on motorbikes at the minute, like 7 to 10 grand off bikes. It's like that's unheard of. And KTM have gone into administration, and KTM, you're not really into your bikes, but KTM's a big sort of motocross bike, and they've been around for donkey's years, and they've gone into administration because obviously they've built too many bikes and not enough people buying them. And apparently the guy that was down in one of the dealerships in Marsh Barton said people are just not buying bikes. He said people are so scared with dash cams and obviously all the cameras that are going up. We're in conversation all the time. It's like it's not worth having a motorbike, because with a motorbike you obviously do overtake and you do speed and all that sort of stuff. He said everyone's just getting their license taken off them, or people are too scared to get a motorbike, so not buying them.
Yeah. And also just the quality of drivers in the UK. That's what I wouldn't want to get a bike. Because the amount of videos I've seen, all it takes is someone just not looking on their phone, pull out in front of you.
Yeah.
What can you do on a bike?
So I went up to Cambridge yesterday with Jasmine's dad because he was getting a new car, and we had a little conversation about the bike. And I said, the problem is with the motorbike, every time you're out on it, you're swerving another driver. Like every time you go out on it, it's basically a game of chance.
Yeah.
Because there's always something. I've never not been out on a motorbike and had like a really nice drive without being interrupted, and it's like that's not because of me. Like maybe sometimes it probably was, but 90% of the time it's because they're just not paying attention to motorbikes. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're literally playing with your life on a bike.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like, why would you spend 1,500 quid to get your motorbike test and then go and get a motorbike and then risk your life.
I heard someone talk about this with like the cameras. The main reason also they keep going up is if they stop putting them up, people lose jobs because people are paid to put these cameras up.
True.
So if they stop putting the cameras up, they're sacking a bunch of people off.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just going to keep rolling.
They are going up everywhere. Obviously, there was a time in the space of like a month, like all of them cameras went up in the same sort of area.
Yeah.
And they sort of try to justify it saying it's like high harm routes and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, well, they're not though, were they? Do you know what I mean? They're not. They're not high harm routes at all. And it's mad, like we spoke about before with the Autobahn. How can that be justified then if like the Autobahn's like unlimited and you could do whatever speed you want, but like
and also
they moan about that over it.
The percentage of like accidents in Germany versus over here is completely different.
And they always blame like the younger generation, like the 17, 18 you think you look at a lot of like accidents on the side of the road, it's always some old biddy.
It is. Although when it is younger, it usually is because they've lost control or like they're very new driver.
Yeah.
Well, I mean they're new. What would you expect? But then other times, if you're seeing like the really slow drivers, people who are wobbling in the road, it's always someone older.
Yeah. See, I don't like the whole like drink driving and stuff like that. I think if you're having a drink and stuff,
just
you know what I mean?
risk it. Yeah.
But it's so easy. Like when you got caught doing 37, I mean, come on, or whatever it was, 36, 37, it's like, it's not going to do. If you hit someone at 30 and you hit someone at 37, it's going to be the same result, and they're going to be so like, why don't penalise you too much on it? Do you know what I mean? Because and there's some people out there like that like really affects them. Do you know what I mean? It affects their jobs and all this sort of stuff. It affects insurance and stuff, and it puts like financial pressure on people's situations. And it's like, really, do you know what I mean? Like we're going through all of that, and then that has a knock-on effect with that person for going like a few miles an hour over the speed limit.
I mean, it makes sense. Like obviously you shouldn't speed.
No.
But I think the fact there's just cameras catching you everywhere, and also if you get pulled over, like people just need to have a chat and just like tell people not to do it, rather than go, £100 fine.
Yeah, straight away. To be fair, if saying that, I did. So I got caught on my bike when pretty much the first week I got it. Literally first week I got it, and this is how stupid it was, and it was really reasonable, to be fair. So I'd literally just been on a drive out. It was back in the days before Cars and Cuppas, I think, when we was on these like, no, it's just as I started Cars and Cuppas actually, where we used to do these group drive outs. So we had this like a separate group, and it was like the OG Cars and Cuppas lot, and they all had cars, and I thought, I've just got this bike, I'm going to go out. So we had been hooning around all evening around Credit and Bow and all these places. It was fine. Went to Hand-Ons, got a burger and all that sort of stuff. So on the way home, and I seen this police car on their exit college, and I thought, well, I'm going to do my best to stay under the limit. So I thought it was 30 miles an hour around the prison, around town. It turned out it's all 20. So I'm sticking to 30 miles an hour thinking I'm sticking to the speed limit. And I get all around town, and he's put his sirens on. I've looked and I thought, he's pulling me over. So I pulled over. I thought, fuck, maybe the insurance hasn't like gone through because it's like the first week. And he said, do you have any idea what speed you were doing along there? I was like, well, yeah, 30 miles an hour. He said, yeah, he was. He said, 20 along there. I was like, shit. I was like, mate, honestly, I said, I didn't know. I said, I was going 30 because I was literally going bang on 30 because I thought it was 30 miles an hour. He said, it was well signposted. I was like, I've seen you in the rearview mirror. I was distracted. And to be fair, he was really sound. He's like, look, pay more attention. These things happen. I'll let you go on your way. And I thought, thank God.
I think that's how it needs to be. But then now you're more likely to be a lot more cautious in town and places like that where it's a lot slower. Yeah,
because you've had that conversation, and do you know what I mean? And that's sparked that conversation in your head, so you know to be a bit more on it. Whereas when it's just like slapping with fines,
if you just turned around and went, no, I don't care, give me your license. All right, you're getting 3 points, £100 fine. Like you're then gonna be like, well, you're a knob.
Yeah, the speeding thing is difficult, I suppose, because like obviously it does have an impact. Like if you do hit someone at speed or something like that, I just think there needs to be some sort of leniency in it. It's just like, why are we purposely going out? Like, why basically winding up the public, like catching the public, when there's other time could be spent doing other things to make the world a better place. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you say, like catching actual criminals and stuff. It's like, why is all this time and money, or all the time and money being made and spent on this area when that could be going into other areas? Like I know so many people have had their stuff stolen and stuff like that, and nothing gets done.
They never do anything. I mean, it is hard obviously with stuff stolen because like it's quite hard to track it.
Yeah, but is it though? You think all the technology these days and stuff, you think all the
there's
surveillance,
enough cameras everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All the surveillance, and you think, come on, guys, do you know what I mean? Like something could be done. But I think unless you kick up a big fuss with it, it's one of them. But We got some questions, haven't we? We're going to go through some...
We've got a little trivia.
We got quite political. We might get shut down, lad. I might get my bank cards cancelled and all sorts.
Well, hopefully not. But, so we're going to start off... They're all quite easy.
Yeah.
It's quite simple.
Easy for you because you've got the answers.
I can't see the answers. I can only see the question. But the first question is, what company makes Civic?
I wonder what that is.
Quite simple.
Honda.
Honda. Nice and simple.
Jap brand.
What car brand's logo is a blue oval?
Blue oval.
I say it's a Ford.
Yeah, it is a Ford.
That is a Ford. What does SUV stand for?
Sport utility vehicle.
There you go.
Is it?
It is. I think so anyways. What car brand is known for the Mustang?
Ford.
Ford. They're loving Ford in this one.
What
car brand has the slogan, the ultimate driving machine? That's BMW.
The ultimate driving machine?
BMW.
Is it?
That is. What car brand is famous for its Chevy cars?
Famous for its Chevy cars?
I don't know, I'd say Chevrolet, isn't it?
Yeah, Chevrolet.
That's what I'm going to say. What car company produces the Corvette?
Dodge?
I don't know. I thought the brand was Corvette.
Yeah, but that's what I thought, to be fair. Is it a trick question? Some of these trick questions.
Don't know. What
Can you find out the answer?
I can.
You have to search it up.
It is Chevrolet. Chevrolet Corvette.
Ah.
Which car brand has a logo with a silver star?
Subaru?
Maybe. We're both bad at this, isn't it? Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, of course it is. How can we get that wrong? I was more thinking of Subaru because it's got like that pattern on it.
What is the name of the luxury car brand made by Toyota?
What is the name of the luxury car brand made by Toyota?
Oh, it's not Rolls-Royce because that's made by BMW.
Luxury car brand built by Toyota.
Lexus. I think they're owned together, aren't they?
Lexus. Yeah, it is because they've got the same dealership. Is that luxury, is it?
What company makes the Model S? Tesla.
Yeah.
What car is known as the Beetle?
Volkswagen, man,
We
like
know this one. Volkswagen 1970 Bug. Which company is famous for the F-150 truck?
Ford.
That is Ford.
We love the trucks, don't we, my boy?
Which car is called the King of the Road due to its speed in the 60s? I have not got a clue.
What's that? Someone walked in my grave then.
Let's see what it is. We got Shelby Cobra.
Oh, that's what was up at this car place yesterday. Have you ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds?
No, I've not seen that.
You're a young lad, that's why.
What car manufacturer makes the Prius?
Toyota.
That's it. Which car has the name of a famous American sports car company and a reptile?
Cobra.
Yeah, I guess it could be Cobra.
Is it AC Cobra?
Which number's that? Number 15. Chevrolet, Corvette, and Stingray.
I was well off then.
Pretty off. What car company is famous for its Escalade model? Not clue.
Is that like some sort of Chevrolet or something like that?
Not clue. Have a look. Cadillac.
Cadillac.
We got... Which luxury brand has four rings on its logo?
Audi.
Nice and easy. Which car brand features a prancing horse?
Ferrari.
What car company makes the Wrangler? Jeep.
Go on, boy. This is easy, lad.
Which car manufacturers are named after the animals like cheetah and jaguar?
What car brands?
What car manufacturers' cars are named after animals like cheetah and jaguar? Land Rover?
Is it? Yeah, but
No, I don't know.
So it's similar to that. So what other car?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Jaguar. Right. Which car brand makes the Subaru Outback?
Subaru,
innit? What is the name of the car brand that has a scorpion logo?
Scorpion.
That
is Shelby, isn't it?
That might be.
No, not Scorpion. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. Scorpion logo. I don't know who that is. I have no idea.
Alfa Romeo.
Is it?
Apparently so. Which car company produces the Camry? Toyota. What was the first car to have electric windows?
I bet it was like, it's got to be something German, isn't it?
Yeah, I think something German. What number
What is
was
it?
that? Number 24. The Chrysler Imperial, 1953.
Bloody hell.
Number 25. What company makes Rolls Royce? BMW.
It's BMW now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, BMW owns it now.
We've got 25 questions more. Should we go through them all?
Well, how about we do that one? You know, you said earlier, let's test your knowledge on car parts.
Test knowledge on car parts.
Should we do that or no? Is there any way we can do that?
I can see if I can get the photo up.
So basically, we had this idea of testing our knowledge, like basically showing me different images of different car parts and seeing if I can guess what it is, or just general knowledge, just seeing if I can get an idea on what it is.
I think it's going to be quite difficult though, because they all say the name. We should have
Need to get like an image of like 50 car parts.
Tell you what, we'll do that on the next episode.
Yeah.
Or if we do it, because the next episode could be at the Cars and Cuppas.
Yeah, that could be cool.
So if we did that, we could be asking the public, what car part is this?
So you know, you said earlier, so Dan wants to do the next one. So that means does he want to do one at Cars and Cuppas?
There you go. We can get Dan on.
At Cars and Cuppas.
Yeah, definitely. He said it.
Well, you've got it in message now.
I've got it. Well, I don't.
Although he did say to me, he said I don't want to be doing that, but
we'll get him on it. We'll get him on, even for a little bit. But I think that's a good idea. Next Cars and Cuppas.
100%. So yeah, so that'll be. So if this will be the 7th, so that'll be in
the 16th.
2 weeks when this launches.
Yeah, that'll go on.
So that'll be actually. I don't know when that.
That is the 16th.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that'll be the one after.
Yeah. But basically, we want to try and get more guests on, don't we? We want to try and get a bit of a list of guests. We've got some local people that we can get on. And to be fair, I think I just need to be a bit more proactive with it and obviously just reach out to a few more people and just say, look, do you want to jump on and sort of that? Even if, like we said, do you know, on a Saturday morning for half a day, we went around to like 2 different places and just
did 2 podcasts.
Yeah. That could go up as and when. Because obviously it's better for our time and all that sort of stuff. And then obviously we can just get it all done. So if there is anyone watching that wants to get on, then obviously do let us know because we want to do more. What's on over the next couple of weeks, Reese?
Not a lot really, to be fair. I think
have you got anyone's car to film, or you done any sort of filming?
No, got a few inquiries. Potentially at a detailing company.
I like that, is it?
Yeah. But nothing crazy.
Nothing. We've got, obviously, we went out over the weekend to Dartmoor, like I said, and done the little shoot for the Land Rovers of Devon meet. So we've got that on the 16th, which you're going to come to the morning and the afternoon with. So that'd be cool. So if anyone's watching has got Land Rover, make sure you come down on the 16th because it'll be like it's the first for us and it's the first local sort of thing.
It's going to be the best Land Rover event in the Southwest.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Because like most of these Land Rover things, like without Land Rover, it's all run by, like you look at the classic car stuff, like you go to these classic car shows, they're all run by the old boys.
Yeah. Which
is fine, but it's a very particular look and it's not that appealing to like our age. And there's a lot of people our age with like Land Rovers and stuff. So like it's sort of like a fresh look to a Land Rover group like type event. So we're going to try and get like 100 Land Rovers done. I don't know if we will, but obviously Victri Land Rover Extra are coming. So Pete and Sonia are going to bring 2 new Defenders. We've got Landroid getting involved with it. We've got TAC getting involved with it. So we've got a few decent Land Rover specialists getting involved with it, as well as Virtue. So it should be a really good turnout. And also we're going to do a Dartmoor drive after. But I'm hoping with it we can do a couple more, like
different quarter. Themes. Yeah.
But even like the Land Rover stuff, just do something every quarter and do different drive outs. But obviously in terms of Cars and Cuppas in general, we want to do different theme stuff anyway. Especially now from sort of like March onwards, the weather will be getting better. The evening meets will come back in April. So start doing like the Jack meets and all that sort of stuff.
Everyone love the evening meets. I think especially on the Friday, everyone's had their busy week. They're ready to relax, sit down, have a drink.
Especially when it was hot.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Did you come to the first evening meet?
I think so, yeah.
In April. That was rammed. Like that was perfect. So it was like just started to get warm, just started to get like light until like it's sort of like 8:30. It got dark, but it was like just getting lighter into the evenings and stuff like that. So it's like perfect. So hopefully now it's almost we almost feel like winter's over now, don't we? Although it's been pissing it down all the time.
A couple of months and winter is fully over.
Yeah,
not long left.
The evenings are starting to get a little bit lighter, aren't they? Like you're starting to come out of work and it's still light for a little bit.
Yeah, not pitch black.
Nah, which is nice. So. Yeah, so there's no car events on at the minute anyway, is there?
Not really, it's too quiet. I think most of them start around like March, April time.
Yeah, are you going to go Haynes will be on Sunday when this launches. Are you going to go to Haynes or anything, or you're not really interested?
Probably not. I don't mind Haynes, but it's not something I really go out my way for. I think it's just a car park. The museum's usually shut in the morning.
It is one of them, like we were saying the other day, like about just spending our time doing things a bit more wisely, and it's like the cost of going down there.
Yeah, that's the thing. You
really
spend
do
like
a lot
40, 50 quid.
in fuel.
Yeah,
plus
fuel,
the
your
cost,
ticket, the food.
breakfast. And you're not really getting much out of it. All the cars. It's not like for you from a photographer point of view, you can't get really nice videos and photos and stuff, and it's like it's almost a bit pointless. We do want to do more stuff like the individual photo shoots. Well, not necessarily the individual photo shoots, but the smaller group photo shoots and videos. So like when we go to Dartmoor, like what we've done with the Land Rovers, what we've done with the Jag and all that time, just go out like 3-4 cars and just film stuff a little bit more in a smaller group, because we can capture
it's
better
a lot
content.
easier, and you can always capture better content. It's easier to kind of maintain a smaller group.
Yeah.
Rather than have like 20 people, it's easier to have 3 or 4 cars, line them up.
Yeah, and then obviously you can focus on getting your better videos. Dan can focus on getting his better photos with it, rather than just capturing just the whole group stuff. We'll still do the group drive outs and stuff, but if there's anyone that wants to do like a Jap themed drive out where it's just like 3-4 like really nice Jap cars, a German one and all that sort of stuff, it'd be cool to get like a E46 M3, 92 M3, Victri M3, and do you know what I mean? A couple of different cars and different series or something like that, which would be quite cool. So if anyone's would be interested in that, and let us know, because that's something we want to do going forwards. But I think, should we wrap it up there?
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. This is episode 11.
End of episode 11. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff. Check out Reese on his socials. Check out myself on my socials, and then we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully we'll have a guest, Mr. Dan Webb.
Hopefully, Mr. Dan, we're coming for you.
Cool. Nice one. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again on the next one.
See you later.
Ciao. Bosh.